So, I have a story.
Okay.
Back when Vile and I were going to record, like, the Guar review for the Halloween special thing we were going to do, we originally wanted to be behind a green screen as opposed to the black screen, and we were going to go in a cemetery and just film us walking through there and have that as, like, the background. Now, we actually went to the cemetery twice. The first time we went there, it was a rainy night at, like, 11 p.m., and just the vibe you get when you're walking in the cemetery on a rainy night, like super late.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, wow. Like, I know there's nothing here, but it really feels like something will be here. And then we did it again at like 2 or 3 in the morning. No, it was like 2 in the morning. And it wasn't raining, but still, like the fact that it was so dead quiet and there was just nothing.
Oh yeah.
That's just like, holy shit.
That's pretty great, honestly.
We didn't end up using any of that footage for the background, but
RIP.
just, you know, if we're on the context of a cemetery, might as well tell that story.
Yeah, it's a nice story.
Anyway, as we crest a small hill, we get to a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. In a cemetery, this is strangely romantic.
I'm so sorry I keep yawning. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition, an appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say?
With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and picnic basket. Wait, where are you hiding that? Or where were you hiding that?
Under my cloak.
Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket. We both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. It's like, you know, on the way to the
That
PM...
sounds amazing, by the way. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, like on the way to the PM tournaments, like on the way back, there's like this awesome view of the city at like the top of this hill. It, I don't know, it just reminds me of that because that's a really cool view. I remember when we went there for the barbecue. I think it was Victoria Day weekend. So I'm like, where the fuck are the fireworks? This would be a perfect spot to watch fireworks.
Oh. Yeah. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures.
That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
Oh my!
I wasn't...
He sighs deeply.
Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. It was not writing a book about blood. I was not writing a book about blood and magic in my head. I've never been good at those. I just feel as if, because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times.
Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie.
It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one thanks to your help. Because we told the dad joke. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to truly be alive in the midst of so much death brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second.
We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. It's Robert, isn't it?
Gasp!
What is that?
I'm not sure.
It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us. Its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just afraid and as transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature's getting closer, moving faster. It's a dog.
It's a dog.
As it finally comes to the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily.
What a beautiful dog. Hey.
Is this Robert? We both look up not expecting to see... I knew it!
Thanks.
It's fucking Robert.
Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids.
Hunting cryptids. Fucking guy. What?
What?
I didn't know you had a dog.
This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the street, put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids.
Damien and I share a look.
May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry.
Damien reaches into the depths of the cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there?
He's just Mary Poppins.
It's just like a
You just
void
gotta
of
accept that he's Mary Poppins.
The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur.
Thanks. My absolute pleasure.
Damien shakes the dog's paw.
Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again.
Robert and his
Question mark.
dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Does everyone in this game...
Victorians loved dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese.
Everyone in this game loves dogs.
Who doesn't love dogs? I don't like you if you don't like dogs. I think big dogs are nice, too.
Yeah, man, dogs are cool.
I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home?
Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep.
Which is like 5 feet away from his doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight.
Damien, it was my pleasure.
Jean-Pierre, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection.
Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I can't wait to do that.
I can't wait to sneeze on this. I love that.
Use this
I don't remember what you're supposed to say at this point because I've only done all the last dates or like close to last dates like once.
This one sounds very poetic, so I think you would like it.
All right.
I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost.
A noble purpose. We will still fuck.
Damien shuffles his feet.
I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you, someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you.
Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze.
Squeeze.
Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand.
Oh, I must take my leave. Good night.
Before I could say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant.
She was totally watching that entire thing. Hey, Dad, what's up?
Were you watching me from the window?
No, I was just, Okay, yes. How's the movie?
Lots of vampire titties.
Told you.
But as it turns out, Damien is wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice save, Jean-Pierre. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that.
Wow, that's pretty punk.
Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought I was a werewolf for a minute, though.
Yeah.
How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf?
How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow.
I don't trust you.
Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second.
She just looks stoned. Look at her eyes.
She's just...
She's like, I don't know if you're a werewolf or not.
Anyone's a werewolf. This is the fucking werewolf world, man. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you?
I'll try not to howl at the moon at past midnight.
Eat a lot of broccoli.
I love broccoli.
Broccoli's okay.
It's like the top tier vegetable.
Not a huge fan. Got lots of Edward.
Oh, that's super S. Oh my god.
If only we could get S+.
I don't know if that's even possible.
Well,
Simply slayed in the Lost Boys.
Yeah, he talks the most after dates, for sure. Like on this screen, easily talks the most. But yeah, to get an S, you only need like 80 something. Like from the first number has to be like 8, and we got 9 and almost 10. So like, wait, are we at? That was like 9 million or something. I don't know.
9 million, Dad, with Damien.
All right. Do we have one more?
Last one
I think
of
it's
the second
Matt,
date
right?
is Matt.
Let's just double check, make sure we didn't forget anybody else though.
Okay.
Because we did want to do him last. So we got 2 for Craig for sure. Yeah, good. Craig Kahn. Brian Harding. Robert
Small.
My favorite. Damien we just did, so we're good. Hugo
Vega.
Vega. The sexy teacher.
The sexy wrestling teacher.
Yeah.
And Joseph Joestar.
Joseph. Okay, yeah, we're good.
He's got the scarf. It's perfect. Just
I
give him
know.
a headband and you got it. So, you gotta do
Alright.
that.
Time for our musician coffee dude.
Best man. Best
He's
dad.
pretty great. I do like him.
Alright, let's make sure to sweep under his tent so he doesn't sleep on rocks. That's what I'll do for you, Matt.
My favorite thing about Matt is not that he's like a musician or whatever, even though I do like that. And also I like that he's barista. I like that he's just as anxious as I would be.
Yeah, yeah, very relatable
Because
character.
we'd be like, yeah, we'd get along so well because of that.
Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyway.
Me.
Amanda! Amanda sticks her head out of her room.
She's so cartoony. Father!
Want to go to the coffee spoon?
Yeah.
Oh, so you get called cool once, and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo jazz and stuff?
Amanda,
Are you going to bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology?
look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not?
Ah.
Let me get my laptop and leather-bound journal.
Amanda and I make for the short walk over to the coffee spoon. This place is quiet today. Just a few people hanging out, reading books in the cozy little nooks. I walk up the counter to see a familiar, pierced face. It's the life of Pablo.
Was Pablo you? I think so, right?
I
kind of forget.
really don't remember.
Let's
which
just make him
one.
you because I'm doing like over half the dads.
I don't know what voice to do for Pablo anymore. I don't remember. Hey, you were the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night. Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts. And who might you be, miss?
Dad.
This is my daughter, Amanda.
Dad!
The person I am a father to and am very protective of. An honor to make your acquaintance. My name's Pablo. Did I mention that I make witch house music?
I wouldn't call witch house music, but okay.
Dad.
Dad!
Dad! A piercing blow to my ego, though not one that will dissuade my need to impress you. My innate dad senses tingle. I'm overwhelmed with fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child.
It's kind of weird to me that these two are about the same age. That's
Weird.
just they don't look like they
no,
would be.
absolutely not. I mean, like she's like 18. Right?
Yeah.
He is not. Like
He's
18.
like he's 20 or younger. He's not that old. We can.
appropriate lines from Taken.
We're definitely not defending Witch House.
That's true.
Really appropriate line. I think I picked the Taken one when I played this, if I remember correctly. All of these answers are funny anyway, so.
I'm just curious what subject Polnareff would change it to. You guys ever fought a vampire before? Let's just change the subject. Anyways, Pablo, I didn't know you worked here. Yeah, man, today's my first day. Matt's still training me.
Jean-Pierre.
Matt comes out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high five as fellow cool people do.
Yeah. I see you've met my newest employee.
At your service, although I'm not here until Vacant Veil starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record first.
All right, Pablo. Now that we do. Oh, sorry. Now what do we do with customers again?
Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage?
A smashing pumpkin spice latte, please.
A classic. And you? Americano football, decaf for cutie, Father John Misto.
I'm assuming you know what all these references are. I totally don't. I'm guessing the first one's literally just American football. Is it like a band or is that just a thing?
I don't know 100%.
Because that could just be referencing the literal sport.
Let's go, Father John Misto.
Do you know what that is?
Not well, no, I don't.
I have no idea. These are all also music references. I just don't know what they are.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, anything works.
Father John. A Father John Misto, please.
That may be the worst pun I've ever heard. Hey, it's pure comedy.
Yeah, puns are the highest form of comedy. It gets mad like that.
Oh, I was making a joke off Father John Misty has an album called Pure Comedy, and the drink is named after Father John Misty, so I was... Yeah, never mind.
Coming right up. Pablo gets to work making our drinks while Matt observes him.
He'll get the hang of it. He was dude as he is, kid works hard.
Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again.
Hell yes. I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple hours and was going to go record shopping. Want to come along?
Oh, we get to go. Oh my god.
Record shopping.
Absolutely.
Oh, I just remembered the other thing that happens on this date. I'm so excited.
Pablo,
oh my god.
Pablo brings us our drinks and America.
America
buries itself. Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me that he had trouble hanging out with other people, but for some reason he and I can talk and joke like old buds. It's weird. I really feel comfortable around him.
I get that sense too when I'm around other people who like are as anxious as me. It just kind of like works better.
You just like, you synergize.
Yeah.
Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store.
Hey! Have you ever been here before?
No, I mean, we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive.
Hey. Oh, this should be fun then. We're gonna find you some good stuff.
See, every time I go to the mall, I always default by going to the record store.
There's a record store in the mall.
Well, yeah, Sunrise Records.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like, I always default by going there, and then I'm like, okay, why am I at the mall?
That's still HMV 2.0 for me.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it's literally, like, they didn't even change the inside. Like,
yeah, it's the same.
It's the same, it's just a different name. The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers of records. A few people mill around, flipping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. Yacht Club Bearable. Sad Swears. Dinner Food.
I never really pay attention to the background in this story. I should probably.
Dover Ghost.
Dover Ghost. That's a reference to the Robert date, where he talks about the.
Oh,
the back of the truck.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a fake beard arms race.
Looks kind of like Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I have not.
You need to.
There's a lot I need to see.
I know. Okay, we're not gonna get into the subject. I'll be here forever.
So why do people still buy records? Isn't it kind of outdated at this point? Boy, it's 2018. It's the opposite actually.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who would try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or more true to the artist's intent, but I really think it's just nice to collect records. Hey. It's cool that in this day and age we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones, but there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love. Hey. That's why I try to get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible.
Remember when we were kids and would have to wait around by the radio with a cassette tape so that we could record our favorite songs?
Hey. Made each listen real special, and mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took.
Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school. I'll look around the multi-level record store and spot some genres. Future wave, jungle, arachnopunk, nunsploitation.
Anarcho-punk, by the way, not arachno.
Fuck!
Spider-punk!
Anarcho-punk. I have no idea where to even start. Man, this is a little overwhelming.
Here, let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be? Yes, this is an actual question. I don't know what it really does.
I want to say purple.
All right.
Is he gonna give me? This
is a milkshake. Remember?
If he gives me Prince, I will love this game forever.
Oh,
my hands are purple, and he gives me the gold experience.
That's actually possible. I don't remember
shit.
what I said, so I honestly don't. It could be Prince.
Oh, I hope he gives me Prince.
Hey. If you could only buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Daffodil, Mountain Spring, Camouflage, Summer Breeze, Spring Creek, Fireball, Power Violence, Cherry Blossom.
None of these have what I would buy, which is the one that smells like dryer sheets or just like clean clothes. I freaking love that. It's so nice.
It is good. That's why I always love like getting the laundry and just smelling my shirts. Just like
yeah, like
so
I get
nice.
A candle that smells like that. Like that's what I do. Yankee candle.
Well, this one sounds the most metal because it has the word violence in it. But this one has Fireball.
Fireball.
Now let's go for the violent one.
Hey. What's your favorite ambient sound?
Rain, bowling alley, Star Trek bridge ambiance, howls, a bone chorus.
I love rain personally.
Yeah,
but this is yo answer.
I'd have to. Yeah, I also say rain.
What's your dream vacation spot?
My backyard, inside an active volcano, living off the fat of the land in Ibiza.
I don't even know where that is.
Starting a new life in the Baltics. Well, you know, I'd always...
None of these are actually
the dream vacation for me is somewhere on an island, but I guess this is the closest thing.
Inside a volcano. It could be on Hawaii. What's your deepest, darkest fear? Darkest.
I worry that people are nice to me only because they want something from me. I fear that I don't deserve happiness and won't ever get it. What if nobody exists but me and I fabricated this universe? Saying you too when the waiter tells you to enjoy.
All these are so real, though.
Oh, I know.
Like, I was expecting, like, spiders or something.
Like, you two waiter tells
so real.
Yeah, because it's like when U2 slips out, it's like, fuck.
Everyone's done that before.
What does that even mean, you know?
Or at least we're Canadians. I don't know if Americans have that problem as much as we do.
Where they're just overly nice?
Yeah, or they just say, like, you too when people tell you nice things.
It's like, oh, man,
but, like,
I love you,
definitely,
U2.
Yeah, not that, but I've definitely, especially the movies is worst. Because, like, when they're like, enjoy a movie, you too,
yeah, and then you feel worse. It's like,
you're just standing here.
It's like, no, you're coming with me now. Come on,
buys an extra ticket for them. No one else is buying a ticket until you've seen a movie.
I can relate to all of these, but this one is cool.
That's the existential one. Because all the other ones are like actual things.
This one reminds me of like, I don't know. I see this and I think A Holographic Universe by Scar Symmetry, which is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Honestly, like, I didn't relate any of this music. I was just picking the answers, so you can go off, do what you want.
Well, if I was gonna pick the most relatable, I would pick all four of these.
Fair.
But I guess we're gonna go with Holographic Universe.
All right.
Matt thinks for a moment. He better give me the best fucking shit.
He will.
What?
Oh, I know just the thing.
Hey.
Matt runs to the other end of the store, returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. I hope it's something I know.
This is Trouble Will Find Me by The National.
Okay, it's not.
National have honed their sad guy sound on album after album, and by this point they're old pros about feeling blue. Music is so amazing that it'll actually cheer you up.
I've listened to a lot of music that does that. Whoa, dude, thanks for the recommendation.
I like the background music change.
Yeah, that's nice. Sounds like home.
Oh, you're gonna have a great time with it, promise.
Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter with one earbud in.
She wants to speak to manager. Usual stuff today, Matt?
Yeah, sounds great.
You say, yeah, sounds great?
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah,
Just some light pickups.
Yeah, I don't know, for some reason, that voice clip reminds me of Andrew.
Me too!
Yeah, sounds great.
I was gonna say that. That's so funny. Okay, anyway.
Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm Good at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and Greatest Hits by Remel Drive. Okay, I actually hate Greatest Hits records because I feel they just give you a taste of the band. Like, I personally like going through the experience of the album and experiencing all the quote-unquote hits in the context of the album.
I can agree with that.
When you get a Greatest Hits, it's like there are so many gems that are hidden that you probably won't know if you just get Greatest Hits.
Yeah, you only get like the radio stuff. You don't really get like the true experience with it.
Like, that's how I got into Megadeth, which was a Greatest Hits record. But, you know, thinking about it now, it's like I wish I just went through the albums. I wish I just listened to Rust in Peace before listening to the Greatest Hits. But I mean, so now it's like I gotta go and look at the albums and be like, okay, oh right, I kind of remember that one. What are these songs? It puts a whole different perspective on the artist when you listen to Greatest Hits.
I agree. He is buying this for himself though, so he probably already knows.
That's it. He probably knows like everything because he's Matt.
Tight.
Oh.
Cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously.
Who's the nerd?
Wow, fuck you. I'm Jean-Pierre Polnareff.
My stand doesn't agree with that. That nerd's my buddy Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre, this beacon of human charm, is Molly.
Molly.
I got kicked out of art school for destroying my painting at the end of every critique.
Wow, isn't she something? Lovely to meet you.
Anyway, Matt, is the open mic still on?
Hey.
You know it. Are the Third Waves gonna do a special acoustic performance? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together.
There's an open mic night going on?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, dude, we do every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Got a flyer for it right here.
Hey.
You gonna manage to come by that night?
Matt blushes. Oh.
Man.
I mean, if you're not doing anything.
Oh, man.
Will Vacant Veil be playing?
I love how they always use the little crosses and shit. If only.
I finished paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Vans had shag carpeting.
I had a van with shag carpeting when I was like 4 years old, but we don't have it anymore.
Like,
Now
what
that
do
you mention, like, it's like a little like layer at the bottom where like the seats are. It's just like a carpet basically in your van, as if it was in a house, but in your van.
I'm just trying to think, like,
I don't know why. There's literally no point. But anyway,
we used to have a van, but I'm not sure if it had that. It's been years since we've had that, so...
true.
So next
Now that you
time-
mention it, next time on Dream Daddy, isn't it strange to think of all those weird little musical memories?